the with the game and stuff, and then you go here for the Q&A or the poll. Let's see it. No. Oh shit, where's the good spot for that now? Okay.
You don't have the camera on your computer.
I do. Let me see it. Or
I see it's live right here.
okay.
Somebody could watch the live.
Oh, we were saying for the
Do a live from there.
yeah.
It's okay. It's too late now.
All right.
What episode is this?
51. This is cool. Or you want to change this one?
What?
If you have a better one, or
Nah, and then you could do it too.
like answer it.
Ask it and answer it, or I'll ask you, you answer it.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Is this thing on?
It's on.
We are back. This is What's Cooking with Fannyb00, episode
51.
51. Sorry, we got the live. I'm trying to monitor the feed, but this episode 51, and we are back, though. I'm Chef
Yeah.
C in the place to be with two E's. Don't forget the apostrophe. And to my left, we got
Chef Fanny.
and we are ready to kick off the episode. It's been a while since we've presented you guys with some information. First off, we always want to say thank you, peace and blessings to those that have been with us, following us, and kind of tracking our progress. Those have been ordering, those have been kind of just staying in the loop, right? And just being part of the community. We appreciate you guys from the bottom of our hearts, and we definitely look forward to bringing more to you guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, yeah, all of that. So I guess we could just jump right in then.
Oh, you don't have any other
No, I
intro?
mean, you covered it all though. Thank you to everybody though. The support has been massive, right? It's been flowing nonstop. I can't even say this year because it started last year, it started year before, but just since the last time we've potted, it's just you guys have kept us busy. You guys have kept us, cooking, cooking, and consulting and creating for all of you. And I appreciate the opportunity, right? We appreciate each and every one of you. We appreciate all the support. We appreciate the orders, the questions, the inquiries, um, uh, the product, questions and requests, all of that, the menu curations, the dietary consultations as far as health and wellness, right? Just all of it, just grateful for the opportunity to be a part of everybody's health journey and special days.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. No, thank you for that. Thank you for adding that. So, yeah, jumping right in, right. We're gonna get going right with the burning question, and then gonna flow right through the pod though with some interesting topics. So, jumping right off, right. Is there a such thing as an actual boneless or deboned wing?
Yes. Yes, there is. There is. It's not what you think because it's not what they sell in restaurants and market as a boneless wing, right? Those are just pretty much nuggets. But you can actually debone a wing. You can debone a wing and stuff while it's raw, obviously, and before you cook it, and you can just have it as is. So it's a true boneless wing. Which would be either whole or separated, the drummet and the wingette, or the flat, or you can stuff them too. So sometimes you go places and they have like stuffed wings. You don't have to like slice it open and stuff it and try and tie it closed. I've seen a couple people try to do that, but you actually can remove the bone from a wing. You cut around the tendon with a paring knife, and then you cut along the bone as you pretty much pull the wing meat inside out and pull the bones out one by one, and that's how you debone a wing. It is possible. So yeah, yeah, you actually some restaurants do sell them that way. Some caterers, not Fanny offers them that way if you should like. But yeah, there is such thing as an actual boneless wing, and it is not what they sell at any of these wing spots. I will tell you that.
That sounds pretty complex though. Like, is it worth it to do all that? Like, what's the reason for deboning a wing, right? Like, is there like can't you just come with the boneless wings,
I
right?
mean,
Or can you come with a chicken nugget?
I
Like, talk
mean,
to me though.
I mean, personally, it's really a preference, right? I mean, because you go with the boneless wing, which are what's known as a boneless wing, and that's just going to be breast meat. So it's just white meat. There's no skin.
That we know of.
Yeah, yeah, that we know of. It's there's no skin. It's not as tender. It's not as juicy. It's not as flavorful as you can get that dark meat that is on the bones, though. So or that comes on the meat that typically is on the bones. Flavor wise, the chicken doesn't taste exactly the same. But yeah, I mean, I would say just the integrity of it, of it actually being what you're calling it, for one. Two, having that option of having that skin where you can like get it nice and crispy. You can glaze it. You can do whatever it is that you want. So any kind of skin you would typically have on a bone-in wing or any other chicken piece, you can do that with a deboned wing, where you can't do that with a boneless wing, right?
Right.
All you can do is just bread it and fry it, or bread it and bake it, air fry it, broil it, things like that,
Hmm.
right? So, and I don't know, I just it's you just gotta be honest. You gotta be honest and just call what you're doing, what you're selling, what it is.
Okay. Okay.
So I would say, the boneless wings, just call them, chicken bites. So call them chicken bites. They're not wings.
That's fair.
They're not wings.
That's
So
fair.
yeah.
All right. Cool. So does that wrap that up, or you got any more on the deboned wings, boneless wings, or what?
No, no, I mean that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Drop in the comments if you're watching on the chat, or if you're watching us later on. Let us know. Have you had a deboned wing? Have you deboned a wing yourself? Would you try it? If you go somewhere you see it on the menu, would you order it? Just curious. Curious.
Those are all valid questions. So
Yeah, yeah.
in the chat if you would, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, cool. All right, moving right on to what's your favorite part of the show, right? So,
Yeah.
would you rather? Though I forgot. Again, right? We don't even have to do
Yeah.
this. As soon as it's ain't the price is right, right? So let's go. But again, would you rather? So, just it's just a game where we just put two items or two choices against each other, and then you gotta decide what would you which one you would rather.
And why?
Right. So, just popping it off. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first, or what you want to do?
Um, I'll ask you first because I just answered the question, right? All right. On the topic of wings, would you rather boneless wings or traditional?
Oh, all
And
right.
when I say boneless, I do mean the boneless, what
The barbecue
society
style.
calls boneless. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's easy money. I'm gonna go with the traditionals, right? Just for reason being, I know that that's how they're naturally made. The boneless wings, they sometimes taste a little funny, or the texture's a little funny. I can't guarantee that it's 100% chicken meat. So I'm gonna go traditional bone in wings, right? You know, most chickens naturally have bones in their wings. If they don't, I don't know how valuable they are, though. So
Yeah.
what about you? What you think?
I mean, I like the traditional. I do like the convenience of not having to pick it off the bone though, and get all dirty in there with my whatever. But if I could find a deboned wing, I'll take that though. I'll take that over both though, for real.
And as long as I can verify that it started with a bone, and that's how it came, then I'm good with that.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
with that.
yeah. All right, all right.
All right, next one though. So I know you do a lot of I know you do a lot of shopping. You know you're dealing with a lot of suppliers, right? So
Yeah,
outside of some of the main suppliers, we've seen an uptick, and some of the grocers trying to step up their game,
yeah.
right? So two in particular, I wanted to put against each other, right? Because I know you like both of them. Okay,
Okay, okay.
so would you rather Whole Foods or Kroger?
Ah, this for everyday work, right? For everyday stuff, right? Like, man, I mean that's a tough one, right? That's like a quality versus deals type. Imma have to just go Whole Foods, just being conscious of, what we put in our bodies and, our health journey, right? And health is wealth, right? Right, wise words from a wise man, right? Health is definitely wealth, and yeah, it does cost a little bit more, right? But in the long run, what's more worth it than your health, right?
Mm.
So if I can go somewhere and without having to research every single manufacturer that they offer, right? Every single brand, like I guarantee everything's going to be organic, it's going to be natural, antibiotic free, no additives, stuff like that, simplify the process though. Simplify. I show up, I know it's all good. I know it's all been verified and I'll just go with that.
I just know, I just was recently seeing that Whole Foods.
Yeah,
They got like oyster deals, right? They got a kind
they
of
do.
seafood deals. So if you catch the right day at the right time, you catch what you're looking for.
Yeah, yeah.
Though.
Completely forgot about that. Yeah. Yes,
But
yes.
I'm
Yeah.
not advertising for Whole Foods or Kroger or to each his own, whatever's close, right?
Right.
Whatever's best for you and what you're shopping for is what I would highly suggest.
Yeah. Yeah, facts, facts. All right. So I have one for you. These are two items that have been, pretty trendy lately online. So I want to ask you, would you rather a chow mein burrito or a crab rangoon burrito?
That's funny as hell. You know why? 'Cause I saw that they had the well, first let me answer the question, right? The crab rangoon burrito or the
Yeah.
chow mein burrito. Then they both sound trash. But sheesh. Man, no, I can't go with the chow mein burrito because I seen it. It was just dummy greasy. I forget where I seen it at. But they bought me as a chow mein burrito and it was all out the bottom of the bag. You feel me? So I was like, and chow mein is just naturally greasy. So I don't think it's gonna do well in anything outside of a bowl or a plate. So I want to go with the
Yeah.
crab rangoon, but that's not really my flavor either. I don't want that in a burrito. You feel me?
There's
I'm gonna defer that over to you. What would you do?
I per the grease, right? I'm gonna have to go with the crab rangoon. I saw there's a spot in Houston that has like they're selling out 2-3 times a day because they have this crab rangoon burrito.
Yeah.
And it's definitely like a huge serving that you could break down to 2 or 3 portions. But I like crab rangoon. So
Okay.
but what's interesting is they actually don't use like an enormous egg roll wrap on it. They use an actual tortilla, but the way that they fry it, it comes out nice and crispy, at least according to the videos I've seen. I have not been to Houston, I haven't tried it, but I would try it.
So
I will go there to try that before I go try that chow mein burrito that they got.
so just to be clear, they're frying the burrito.
Yeah,
Oh,
both of them are fried.
oh.
They're both fried.
I didn't think the chow mein one was fried. That's why I thought the grease had
It,
slipped out.
it was fried. It's fried. That's why it's so greasy because it's the greasy from the chow mein inside
Okay.
and from and from the frying the burrito on the outside
I'm
though.
sorry, I just can't subscribe. I just can't subscribe.
Yeah.
I'd rather not. I'd rather just I'd rather just a little PB and J at the crib. Listen.
Yeah, yeah.
What else we got?
Uh,
Boom, I got one for you.
all right.
Um, shoot. Okay. This is like, it's one versus the other, right?
Yeah.
So Costco Cafe, or I mean, just would you rather Costco Cafe or Sam's Club Cafe?
Oh, that's tough.
When
That
we mean cafe, like what are we talking?
so like the cafe, like how they have the
Food
pizza,
court?
yeah, the little food court. But it's called the cafe though. But so like you know how they got the pizza. Sam's Club has like the pizza pretzels, the sugary pretzels, the ice cream and stuff. Costco has the pizza slices, the chicken bakes. They're coming out with new items and stuff too. Um, like I like Sam's Club better than Costco, but I like the Costco cafe better than than the Sam's Club cafe only because they got more options. One, two, they're a lot faster. Three, the pizza slices are way bigger, and yeah, that's enough reasons. That's 3 reasons for me though. Yeah,
That's it.
and most locations it's outside, so you don't even have to deal with the hustle and bustle of the inside of the whole wholesale grocery shopping experience just to get to the cafe area to order your stuff.
Got you. Got
Yeah,
you. Okay.
yeah,
I'm definitely gonna ride with Sam's Club myself, right? Same thing, right? Just one. I like their um the drink selection better, right? I think they
Mm.
offer more variety in the drink selection, right? I preferably love a brisk raspberry iced tea, no plug. I definitely love one of those. So,
Respect.
their pizza's fire, pizza slice fire though. I
Yeah.
mean, you can't go wrong with this. I mean, they both pretty good.
Yeah.
The hot dog, whatever, right? I really don't do the dogs, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Sam's Club.
Yeah, no, I mean, Sam's had a good pizza, but they lost me once they cut down the size by like half over the past year.
It's
So,
too big anyway. So
but now it's not a deal. so so yeah. So I mean, I that's all I got on the would you rather's. I don't know if you got any more up your sleeve.
nah, that's all I got though.
All
That's all
right.
I got, though. We can move it right on to West
All right.
Greasy in the street with
With
Chef
the
Fanny
Fanny.
and Chef C.
All right. So we've got a lot. We could jump around here and just, touch on whatever, right?
Right.
Um, I guess I'm gonna start with the on the wing topic, right? There recently was a study and it showed that Wingstop's boneless wings are actually only 58% chicken.
See?
um, but it's not what you think. The rest is batter, filler, and oil, which is disgusting. But but it's not like other meats from other animals or anything. But it's only 58% chicken, and they just batter the hell out of it. And
What's the filler though?
it I couldn't find what the filler was. But yeah, there's
That's
chicken.
when it gets tricky.
Yeah, yeah, and then as we just discussed, there's 0% wing meat, right? They're just chicken breast pieces cut up, breaded, and deep fried, and then tossed in a sauce or not, or dry rub or not. They're pretty much nuggets marketed as wings at the premium wing price, which I think is BS. On all these wing spots are like that. They only did the test on the Wingstop wings, but which we've been saying we're dry and washed, but hey.
Yeah, we did. We did watch that. Watch
Yeah.
that both Wingstop and Wingstop had the managers that had us having issues
Yeah.
with the managers like whooping ass.
Yeah, throwing hot chicken grease on people though.
They had slammed a chair on somebody.
Yeah.
Go
And
check. Go revisit the episode.
WWE. But
The old episode.
yeah.
No, that's crazy. I'm not the best at math, but I am pretty good though. So when you say the boneless wing is only 58% chicken,
Yeah.
and then you really think like, man, like the batter not that thick, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That maybe what 10%? What would you get a batter though?
I'd give it about 20 to 25. But
Even
if
if you give it that many percent though, there's 20% plus filler.
and oil.
Oh,
And
but the
oil.
oil with the oil is sitting in
But
there, it's
the
sitting in and
the
all.
batter is gonna absorb the oil, right? So that's gonna just hold even
That's-
more. Then if you were to fry it, just the actual wing, it's gonna drip most of it off. It's not as porous
No, I get
as a
that.
ready. And also the crazy thing about that is that Buffalo Wild Wings actually just had a class action lawsuit filed against them for this exact practice though, for calling a boneless wing. They call a boneless wing false and deceptive marketing because it's not a wing.
That's right.
It's not a wing, so they got that lawsuit popping though.
I got to be more careful,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right, all right. What else we got?
What else we got? Let's see. Shoot. Let's go with more chicken though. IHOP was getting trashed in the online though because I guess one of the locations had a chicken and waffle and somebody ordered it. It came out and I don't know how dirty the grease was or how long they left it in there, but they said it came out looking like pardon my French, but it came out looking like shit in waffles. So I saw the picture, right? I saw the picture, saw the vid. It's like dark brown, dark brown, like
What was the
the
chicken?
chicken, the chicken. The waffle looked whatever. Waffle just looked like a regular waffle, but it literally looked like two turds on top of a waffle, and it was just disgusting. Like,
You know what? I had a random thought the other day, right? Just
what's that?
pertaining to like these kind of items, right? And I
Yeah,
noticed that once you add the word and in between two food items, the price skyrockets.
yeah, yeah.
Right. So, like, let me, for example, right? You got chicken and you got waffles, right? You get three chicken strips for how much? About
About $5 maybe.
$5.
Yeah, yeah.
How much is one waffle? Boom.
Like about three.
Double
Yeah,
bucks.
three, maybe five.
Soon as you throw that and is worth at least $30.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
and worth
yeah,
the $30 is that
yeah,
the chicken and waffles is at least $40. I
yeah.
got another example for you. How much is three shrimp?
Not much.
Even on the high end,
Yeah, not.
$9, right? If it's
I mean, I wouldn't even the average shrimp.
if they're jumbo, right? If they're jumbo, man, you might
Yeah, I would say like
fancy
$3.
spot,
$3.
maybe.
Cause
At a fancy spot on the
okay,
high end, for example,
okay,
right, maybe $9, right? How much are grits, right? Generally less than $1,
yeah,
right? It's not a whole lot. But as soon as you put the shrimp with the grits, $45. And I don't mean to call nobody out, but this is specifically a lot of these black owned establishments, right? We need to figure out how we need to work with the community. We know this
yeah,
stuff don't cost this much. We understand, right? So at the end of the day, what are you doing though? We trying to help support y'all, but every time y'all throw an ad in between something,
yeah,
it's outrageous.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
outrageous though.
yeah, yeah. You ain't never lied
Let
though.
me know if that's some of your experience too, though. At the
Yeah,
end of the day, man, we love to support, all businesses, right? Especially good businesses, but we like to support different cultures, different people putting out different things, different ideas, right?
yeah,
But there's a consistent problem in some certain communities where the price is being upcharged though, and that's an issue
yeah,
that needs to be addressed though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Shoot, well, I guess piggybacking off of that, right? I did want to talk about Oscar Mayer and Evan Williams are coming out with a collab, and it's a maple bourbon bacon. And what they're doing is they're curing the bacon with the bourbon, and then they're finishing it with the Oscar Mayer signature 12-hour slow smoke. This reminds me of when Black Label had the collab with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Only difference is they did it both ways. So they came out with a bacon that tastes like cinnamon toast crunch, and they came out with a cinnamon taste toast crunch that tastes like bacon. Um, and I just think it's BS. So like I think those are whack. I think if you're gonna do a maple bourbon bacon anything, I don't eat bacon, but pork bacon. But if you're gonna do a maple bourbon anything, make your own glaze though. Like you would way less ingredients, way more potent and nice on the flavor, right? And if you're gonna do a cinnamon toast crunch, anything with bacon, candy your own bacon. It's easier than you would think. It's easier than you would think though. My opinion. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know if any of y'all have tried it, if it was amazing, delicious, whatever, but it's like by the time you fry it up and all that oil comes out, you drain the oil, you get the bacon on the plate, it's just gonna taste like regular bacon.
It's funny because when you said Evan Williams at first, I was like, "Damn, Evan Williams, Evan Williams, Evan Williams," and it just didn't. I couldn't land it right. But then once I thought back, I'm like, "Oh shoot, that's the drink. That's the lick, right? That's if you can't afford the Jack Daniels. If you can't afford either Jack or Jim, then you gotta go to Evan."
Man, I never even heard of it. I
Hey, but it's a bourbon, right? So there's
yeah,
other
yeah, it is.
whiskeys, right? So that's like I mean, I think the Jim Beam has a bourbon, but they fact check me on that, right? But I just know if you couldn't afford Jack and Jim, you had to go to Evan. And I remember that Evan Williams was going down. That
Yeah.
Evan
Just
Williams. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But so that Evan Williams is now they got the bourbon down there, right?
Let's see.
Well, let's see. Straight bourbon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I thought it was, or I thought Jack was
It's both. Yeah, they got the whiskey in.
Yeah, I thought they both had both. You could get tricked though,
Yeah,
depending on how much money you got, right? So
yeah.
you got to see. But that's all I know about the Evan Williams. That's all I want to add. Though I thought it was like a some actor, streamer,
Yeah.
something, athlete, something like
Some
that.
yeah.
But then I was like, oh, Evan Williams. Okay, okay, all right, man. That's all right. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, man, yeah, so there's that. Let us know if you've tried it. If you tried either of them. I think we did talk about the cinnamon toast crunch bacon before, but now there are a couple things. So, let us know, have you tried it or not? You wanna cover one? You want me to keep flowing through them though?
Yeah, nah. So nah, because it's a bunch of shit on. We got a bunch of topics, right?
Yeah.
We kind of with the stuff already passed, right? Like for instance, when they had the Houston rodeo, right? And then Mama Tina had set up the gumbo stand, right? Amongst plenty of other vendors, but this vendor just so happened to still the show, still the spotlight.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about any other vendors. So shout out to Bun B with the
The
what's his
trail
name? Trill
burgers?
Burgers.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, nice. Shout out to everybody else who was out there.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't help but notice, right? The particular man, it just felt like they was hating on Mama Tina, man. And I'm not,
Yeah.
I don't Mama Tina, not my mama, right? But And I don't put that on my mama, right?
And
So
that's on me.
or it's on me. So ultimately, I'm like, man, I'm just at first it seemed like everybody was in for it. They was getting in line. They was excited to
Yeah,
try it. They ooh 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 ooh
yeah,
ooh ooh, delicious, right? They got the video with her like this is slapping.
yeah,
Oh, get this! I'm from here. This is
yeah.
fire. I'm from, but
Like, it
then
was a whole experience, though.
it all just shifted
Yeah,
out of nowhere. It all just shifted. Then you started hearing people, "Oh, I'm from Louisiana. This ain't real gumbo. This is just some stew. Oh, I'm this, I'm that," and it was just, and it was, and it's the same same community that's upcharging the folks, right?
yeah,
It's the same community that seems to have a problem with knocking when somebody trying to do something right.
yeah,
So it's like, man, at the end of the day, y'all didn't get sick off of that. You didn't get no food poison off of that.
yeah,
Buddy said he ate it. He had food poisoning
yeah,
15 minutes later. It doesn't food poisoning takes way longer. The food ain't even digest that fast.
yeah.
Buddy, that was that cheap tequila you was drinking. If we keep it in the thou wow, but I'm not gonna beat that dead horse, right? I was just saying that was something we missed. Another thing we missed was when these joker ass CEOs were supposed to be trying their own
Yeah.
burgers.
Yeah, yeah,
That shit was a joke, though.
yeah. They even had the Costco CEO try the pizza.
And then I seen like somebody mom was saying like, "Oh, do this, do that," but it's
Yeah,
like, come on, man. Like, we know y'all don't eat your own product. Y'all don't subscribe to your own product. They even talk about these folks. A lot of folks that run companies do not subscribe to the products or
yeah.
services that they offer. Though.
You heard Mans from Campbell's?
Man,
We had covered that
man, he got the
too.
cussing, he got the saying cats, they know this, they ain't know that. You know what I mean? So you
Yeah.
already know what it is, right? You'll never see the CEO of McDonald's flipping no fries or flipping no burgers, let alone eat
Right,
it.
right. Hey, hey, for real. For
So
real.
but yeah, that was just those are just a few things that went by.
Yeah.
Hope y'all heard about them. Hope y'all had your own opinion on them. Let us know your opinion if you got one, right? Hey, shout out to Mama Tina. I know they shut her down towards the end of the
Yeah,
show.
yeah, they said it was clerical errors and it was supposedly all because the meat was sitting out too long or whatever, that seafood out, whatever. Um, People was online talking about shit, they're witches. Like, man, everything under the sun, though. But hey,
Right.
shout out to everybody out here doing something, believing in themselves enough and having enough heart to come out and actually try something and put something out into the public. Because, if it was for that, hey, we wouldn't be here, right? Like, it is plenty of every single company, every single brand, every single product out here in the world, right? In the country, in the world, is because somebody had an idea and they believed in themselves enough to put it in front of other people and open themselves up to that criticism and everything and push through.
Like
So,
I said, it's plenty of people with $1 million idea that'll never see the light of day just because they scary.
yeah,
Don't be that person though. Why
yeah,
from the boy said see though. Remember that though.
yeah. Hey, that's real.
But there was some other stuff going on, right? I seen oh man, I had just seen earlier right before we jumped on. I seen there was the big ass fire out in Cali.
Oh, in Ontario.
Yeah,
Yeah,
was out on
yeah,
I thought
yeah,
it was Riverside, right?
yeah.
Pomona, right? West side of Pomona. But I think it was who was it? Was it Amazon or who was
It
it?
was Kimberly Clark.
Oh,
So
no
that
wonder it spread so fast.
Yeah, yeah. So that's gonna be for those of you who don't know, that's gonna be like all of your paper goods, right? So toilet paper, paper towels, tissues, diapers, gloves.
Why they have some little parchment paper in there? Right.
Yeah, yeah. And man, the it's crazy because it was the warehouse, it was the trucks at the warehouse, it was all of that, and then they came with the video. They came with the video of somebody setting it though.
That's crazy though, buddy. Like he had the medals on,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And he had the lighter right in front of the
yeah,
thing. Then he lit one pallet of the toilet paper. Then he went down, hit another one,
yeah,
and then next thing you know, you hear about it. But then they said they had somebody. I
yeah.
don't know buddy name. I don't want to misquote or nothing like
Right.
that. Because you're innocent until proven guilty,
Yeah.
right? But they said they don't know if the dude they detained
Yeah.
is the same gentleman who made the video though. So it's just like, man, you never know. Honestly, I think they had detained buddy that was he had like a Middle Eastern name if I'm
Yeah.
keeping it a thou wow.
There you go. The Chamel Abdul Kareem,
Right, right.
29 years old though, 29 years old. But as far
With
yeah,
aggravated arson and 6 counts of arson, structure, forest land.
yeah, see?
Damn,
That's crazy.
that's a lot though. He
Yeah.
facing pretty much life.
Yeah.
His quote, but
Yeah, we'll find out. He's supposed to be arraigned on Thursday, us today. Either today or next Thursday. It says Thursday at Rancho Cucamonga courthouse, but I don't know the video. I'm not gonna say like any set name should be going with any set just looks or whatever. But yeah, but the hand that the hand that I saw in the video didn't look like that was a name that was gonna match with it. But hey, I don't know. I don't know. He could have been set up. He could have got framed though. Um,
true.
yeah,
Another big one as I saw a huge merger, right? I saw Cisco and Restaurant Depot.
that's a big one.
I'm like, dang, that's two heavy hitters. What's that
Yeah,
monopoly? I thought the SEC and them supposed to step in if they try to
man.
capitalize the business.
Man, that's what I thought when I first saw this. I was like, man, like Cisco, is going to be the provider for like a lot of the bigger name, bigger business type companies, and Restaurant Depot has been like a resource for smaller businesses for years, though. Like, yeah, so it's like what, like if you can't beat the company, if you can't beat the competition, you buy them out, though. That's
You see
crazy,
those Cisco trucks all over the road.
man.
They're moving the products coast
Yeah.
to coast. Though. So,
Yes. So those of you who are utilizing these small businesses, you can look forward to a price increase though, guaranteed within the next year or so. Though I would say like
stamp that.
yeah, easily there's gonna be a price increase on all of that because now those manufacturers that used to have the deals that these small businesses needed no longer exist in those. So hey, that's look forward to that. More increases, more prices going up.
Uh,
But on that note, right? I had actually seen an article and it was talking about how wholesale stores like Costco, Sam's Club, BJ's, these are all regional, right? So they're not everywhere, but those of you who are tuning in from everywhere may have heard of one, two, or all of them. Are about 20% cheaper than shopping at regular stores like Walmart, Kroger, Albertsons, and the such. And discount stores like Aldi's are cheaper than average. I didn't get the number on that. But they are cheaper than those average stores. The Costco is definitely cheaper, but surprisingly, I knew it was more, but I didn't know it was this much. Stores like Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and Sprouts came in at 40% higher than the average grocery store. So from a regular, not marketed as a health food store, 40% more expensive, while those Whole Food stores are coming in 20% cheaper. And that's crazy. That's a crazy gap.
but it aligns.
I mean,
It aligns, though they advertise themselves as selling a premium product,
yeah,
right?
yeah. As discussed, right? We just say, organic, verified, all of that. They take out the work for you, but I'm just, if you are narrowing it down, if you got to choose a store, that's a quick mental, hey, am I trying to save a couple bucks today, or am I trying to get that quality? That quality gonna cost me about 40% more today. How much do I want to spend?
Uh,
So yeah, just throwing it out there for you guys, a little bit of information though.
nah, you know, see, you ain't even tell me that the chow mein burrito was at Dodger Stadium. You know, that's crazy.
I was going to, but we get
I
to
knew it was
that.
somewhere.
Yeah,
I knew it
yeah,
was somewhere.
yeah, yeah,
It was somewhere near and dear to my heart. Right? We had
yeah.
covered. Well, we did a little brief topic or a segment on
On Stadium Foods,
or
yeah,
stadium
yeah, Stadium Foods,
back.
yeah. But this one's new. They just rolled it out this season, opening day,
Yeah, so
opening
it's
day though.
Dodger Stadium.
Yeah,
Push up that menu off the back-to-back World Series.
yeah,
Shout out to Otani, Mookie Betts, and them. No, got
yeah,
to. I should put my Dodger fitted on now. Right? I was rallying with them all last summer. Anywho,
yeah,
man, they got to scrap that burrito, folks.
yeah.
Scrap the burrito.
Right,
That's
right.
all I gotta say about that. Is just scrap it, though.
Yeah,
There's no way it can work. It's greasy outside, greasy inside. I know you're trying to cater to a certain market or a certain demo, but
right.
it's not gonna work.
Huh?
Or you're trying to do the fusion. That's what that
Yeah, it's
is.
fusion. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, yeah.
if you can't do it right, don't do it at all. Though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It might have worked and I fried, but hey, who know? We'll never know.
Yeah,
We'll never know. Try it at home. Let us know.
yeah.
But on the topic of oil, it also was just revealed. So Texas Roadhouse, everybody loves the rolls. Everybody loves the butter for the rolls. Surprise, the butter is 0% butter. It is actually all soybean oil. So not only is it not butter, but if you have a nut allergy, you might have a reaction too, though. And that's crazy. That I mean, it makes sense, right? It makes sense. It tracks, just profitability. A lot of these things get wasted, right? There's food waste. Technically, once something hits the table, you can't serve it to another table, obviously. So if
Yeah,
people don't eat it, it's trash.
yeah,
Butter is expensive. It's a real butter is made from dairy, right?
100% butter.
Yeah. So,
So yeah,
you know, fun fact, Fannyb00 uses real 100% butter on any products that require it. But but yeah, no, I didn't expect it to be 100% oil. Like that's crazy.
yeah,
That's
and
crazy though.
that's if you go in there eating that, that's the stuff that's clogging your arteries,
Yep.
etc.
So
So
seed oil.
yeah,
So
yeah. So be careful. Be careful over there at Texas Roadhouse. I know everybody loves their butter biscuit, the rolls, and all
yeah.
that stuff, but health is wealth. Again, do your research
Right.
first.
Right.
So
Another one that's actually another dairy product that has been cut out is Annie's homegrown. So not familiar if I'm not sure if everyone's familiar, but they're like organic versions of everything. So they have the little bunny, and it's like they have mac and cheese, they have like their version of goldfish crackers, they have their version of pretzels, whatever, like, but everything's just organic. They actually were acquired by General Mills, and the ingredients changed. So they replaced milk and butter. They pride themselves on using real natural ingredients. So no longer are they using real milk and butter. They're making mac and cheese with cornstarch and lactic acid.
that actually reminds me though, there was something that came out about Hershey's, right? Where there
Yeah.
was they
Oh,
had
the
they had
peanut butter?
skipped on the peanut butter, the
Yeah.
Reese's.
Yeah.
Right? So they changed the ingredients, right?
Yeah.
And they're saying that the Reese's recipe, the Reese's is I mean, I'm not advertising, right? But that's one of my favorite products all time, right? The Reese's peanut butter cup. Yo, you
Yeah.
feel me? So there it's heartbreaking though, because the grandson blew the whistle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he said, I don't know if they cut him out the deal. I don't know what happened, but whoever pissed him off, he said, yo, he blew the whistle though.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't have time for this. But at the same time, disappointed in you guys, right? So he said that they replaced the real chocolate with a compound coating and they're using a peanut butter creme though, right? so, so that's the boy named Brad Reed, right? It's Brad.
Oh
Shout
man.
to Brad, though. Man, if we ever had a chance, I'll interview Buddy. We get him on here, try to get him on the, or try to get him on here to ask him
Yeah.
questions, because that's the integrity of a product is important, right?
Right.
Especially if it's in your family name, right? Hopefully, years and years from now, when the Fannyb00 is still going, hopefully there's somebody keeping the integrity of the name and the
Yeah.
business up and not skipping on the mills.
Yeah.
Because if so, my grandson gonna have to call him out though.
Yeah.
You
For real.
feel me though?
For
So
real.
so yeah, man, that reminds me, man. It seemed like a lot of these companies was trying to cut back,
Yeah.
trying to skimp. And then once the boy JFK Jr. and them had introduced like no artificial ingredients, no artificial dyes and all that stuff,
Yeah.
that really shook everybody up
Yeah. Yeah.
because you either had to stop halt production
Yeah.
and get rid of everything and then implement all the new beet juice and all of
Yeah.
that. And then, so a lot of companies didn't want to do that. So they're everybody looking for a shortcut or a loophole. So be
Yeah.
careful what you consume and always do your research.
Yeah, yeah, because they're taking that out. They're putting other stuff in it though. So hey,
That gotta be might be my catchphrase on here is do your research though, for real.
yeah,
Make
yeah,
sure you're doing your research though.
yeah. Um, man.
I had
What's
another
next?
one.
Okay,
I wanted to salute Von Miller,
okay,
right?
okay.
So Von Miller, all NFL, all pro defensive end. Played for the Denver Broncos, played for he played for a few teams, right? He bounced around. I'm not sure exactly where he's at now, but I know he's one of those fellas. He came out of Texas A&M, right? And while he is making millions of dollars on the gridiron and the football field, he also has started his own farm, a 35-acre farm, chicken farm, right?
Yeah,
And he's now able to produce for some of the major players we discussed earlier at like Whole Foods, HEB, natural grocers, right? So Shout to Von
Yeah,
Miller,
yeah,
man,
he's fire.
especially cats that are athletes, right? We're more than athletes, right? I'm a former athlete myself. We transitioned nicely. Our soft skills could go way further, right? But
Right.
I remember Von Miller in the specific interview saying, they asked him how he got started. So when he
Yeah.
was at Texas A&M, he said he took a some kind of agricultural class or
Yeah. Yeah.
some sort of class that got him that piqued his interest. Boom. Then
Yeah.
now he started doing the research, and he probably always thought, as soon as I get my dollars right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna come back and do this. And sure enough, he's already running. He said he's grossing more. He said that's his proudest moment today, or that's his baby, pretty much, though.
Yeah,
Even
that's
though
fire.
he been in the league at least 10 plus years, though, right? So that's huge, man. And that's definitely a that's definitely a testimony to some of you other athletes out here, right? Like, why when you in the league, the sun don't shine forever, right? So you got to
Right.
be ready to transition and pivot, because at the end of the day, shit ain't sweet and it don't
Yeah.
last forever though.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then just to say he was more recently with the Washington Commanders, right? But before that, he was with the Buffalo Bills. Those were I last seen him. So
Mhm.
shout out to Von Miller again, man.
Yeah.
Texas A&M grad, right? Dallas homegrown native, right? One of the fastest 4.49 linebacker, right?
Mhm.
So beast of an athlete, right? And then just hearing how he's transitioning into his life after football is a beautiful, and it's a that these are the type of role models that young athletes need to see, and then they need to try to follow suit with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whether it's doesn't have to be a chicken farm, it could be something else, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. No pun intended.
That was good.
Yeah, that was.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's salute, because that's fire though. Just being able to actually do something, from the ground up is definitely commendable, especially when it's like completely unexpected, right? Like just it's that's so who would have thought? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? But on the same note of chicken, right? I did also want to address the whole Chick-fil-A incident recently. So there was a location in Florida. It wasn't like a standalone location. It was like a little like miniature whatever limited menu type spot, but they actually fired the entire staff because they posted they posted this suggestive TikTok video where they went around and they were like, oh, our Chick-fil-A is better than the rest, and they just had this little bounce, and majority, I'm not gonna get into the specifics per se, but the majority of the employees were women. And so it was, a little bit suggestive or whatever. um and so they fired the whole staff, and then the staff actually came back with like a retaliation explanation type video, going on about it. I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't watch the whole thing because it was just so long. It was the guy who was in it, and he just talks forever. I just couldn't watch it. It was just too long. But like I think they were right for firing him. I'm sorry, if y'all agree, disagree, whatever, but I think that they were right, because whether it was suggestive or not, like y'all not here to make TikTok videos. Y'all here to fry some chicken, sell it, and collect that paycheck and go home.
Great customer
Yeah, and
service.
so with a smile on your face though. Like I get it, y'all are having fun, you want to show whatever, whatever, but it's like, at least make the TikTok video and y'all are working and doing something like, I'm flipping this, I'm dropping the fryer, whatever, have a little jig with it, but don't come on. Like y'all not even working. Y'all not working. Like, what are we paying you for? We're not paying you to make videos and put them on TikTok. If I got employees, if any of my employees show up to do a job and then I see a video of them online dancing and shit and not working, y'all are fired though. Y'all are fired out of here. I'm gonna get somebody who's serious, who's gonna earn the money that I'm paying though.
I can see both. I can see two sides to it, right? I know most of it. I don't know how Chick-fil-A runs it. I don't know if they franchise or what, right? But I just know, um, upon seeing the video the first time, I thought it was funny. I wasn't sure what was going on. I
Yeah.
was unaware of the trend, so I thought they were just in there like, so I wasn't sure if they were laughing or what, so I kept pressing the sound. I'm like, something's off.
Yeah.
Not for me, right?
Yeah.
Then I come back and hear, hey, they fired him, laid them all off though. And then I'm like, man, that's cutthroat. But at the end of the day, what kind of message does that send to your employees though? Because hey, man, like it says, most of your employees are young Gen Z type folk type profile. So if they can't get there, they can't have fun and have good company morale, then you running a slave ship.
I
You
mean,
running a slave ship. That they look they if Chick-fil-A is usually long lives outside the day. So if they had time to film that, that means they was doing it during a downtime.
when
Or
has
maybe
Chick-fil-A ever had a downtime though?
all the
Like, man,
time. Don't let them
I
fool you. Know you ride right past Chick-fil-A right now. What it look like?
it's closed right now.
Okay, then right
But
before that, it's the same.
I mean, like I get it. I could see both sides also, right? However, I just got to show. I got to side. I got to side with business owners though on that one. Just I mean, it's like you. I just think like yeah, have fun, enjoy your job and all that, but don't let me see videos and it's like the numbers are down or like the drive through times are way higher than they need to be or people are submitting complaints because the chicken is burnt because y'all are over here dancing instead of pulling it out of the fryer on time or whatever.
They didn't say none of that. They just said they fired them because they was dancing on the clock, though.
But
So
and then also Chick-fil-A is supposed to be like family friendly, and if the video is suggestive, right? Even if it wasn't intended to be, if that's how it came across,
it's a
it was
TikTok trend. So if it's family friendly, most people's kids are on TikTok. It's a way to connect the people with their kids.
I feel you.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta go against
Yeah.
that business owner, right? Because he running a dictatorship, right? At the end of the day, it's different kinds of leadership. Some people do servant leadership, right? Some people got empowered leadership. Some
Yeah.
people doing situational leadership. In this situation, he was not a good leader, in my honest opinion.
All
If
right.
your place can't find, if they gotta come and if they gotta come and stay here 8 to 9 hours, they gotta put a fake smile on their face for 8 to 9 hours over this hot stove. Some of them gotta stand outside in Texas heat and take these weak ass orders. Take a box of chicken nuggets orders though. And then you can't have a little fun on your time. Hey, that's not that's an authoritarian type approach, and that's not going to work.
All right. We just gotta agree to disagree, and then go work elsewhere. Then, like, if you don't want to come here and do the job, if you want to come here and if you want to do TikTok dances, go somewhere where you can get paid to do TikTok dances and trends. If that's what you want to do during your work hours, it's just no different than the what they had someone at the call center that was making bread, cooking food and stuff right there at the desk. Though
That's different.
you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing that there. You're not supposed to get paid for that.
That's a
Like
hazard. They're not,
I mean
that's a
yeah
hazard. They
that's
find a way to get buddy out of there. He almost burnt the spot down. These are just innocent people having fun. They look like they were smiling, having fun. It looked like it brought camaraderie. In fact, it might it might have brought people to the spot. It was free marketing though. They already are wearing your stuff. They wasn't doing nothing malicious. At the end of the day, man, you gotta pick and choose your owners.
yeah yeah.
Pick and choose your owners, man. Pick and choose who you working for, man. If they can't have a little fun, then you should, and then that's your personality. Hey, you gotta go elsewhere. That's that simple.
Uh, uh, yeah. Hey, part ways. Y'all go somewhere more fun. We get some more serious people here though. Um,
Chick-fil-A already got dethroned as the number one fast food anyway.
yeah.
So that's why, hey, why, right?
Oh, because it's no fun.
It's no fun, ain't no fun, right? So by the time it was Chick-fil-A had the juice, right? And then everybody, I think Wendy's had jumped them. Wendy's
Yeah,
had top burger,
yeah,
everybody else got top chicken, somebody else.
yeah,
Chick-fil-A's on a fast decline, little do
yeah.
we know. It's right happening right in front of our eyes. And then when you look at the workers, when you look at the workers, you notice that they were of a demographic, right? Most of them were African American. I think they
Yeah.
were Hispanic, right? So they're not what we talking.
I mean,
We fire them because they was dancing, or we fire them what we fire them for? That's all I want to know.
uh,
But I can see it, right? If
yeah,
there's a strict policy in the company handbook that says an employee handbook,
yeah.
no dancing on the gig.
Or no phones.
No, I
It
mean,
could have been. It could have been a
that's
policy.
crazy.
Yeah, a
That's
lot. A
crazy.
lot of places are no phone policy
But,
in the workplace.
I mean, you can't be a no phone policy in 2026 though. You crazy as hell though. There's too much going on. People have things happening. There's emergencies happening here and there. Man, at the end of the day, you need to be one step away from your loved ones though, or you might miss it.
All right.
So you gonna take away the fun, take away the freedom? Like, damn, what is that work? Is that work? What is that? What is that?
For some people, it is. So for some people, that's what work looks like, though. That's what work looks like. I can't be on the phone. I can't dress a certain way. I can't behave a certain way because it's not appropriate. It's the right time and place for everything.
Yeah,
So, I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't know what the handbooks. I've never worked at a Chick-fil-A. I don't know what the rules are. I don't know how it differentiates between like different franchise locations and whatnot, right?
yeah,
There are a lot of factors to consider that only the employees and the employers of that particular location and establishment know, right? So it could have been something else. It could have been not even the video at all, but the video brought their attention to other, oh, let's take a closer look, whatever, and then
gloves on. You don't have
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, hey, what's that? That was there, whatever. Oh, next morning y'all were supposed to close. We opened, everything was trashed. Like whatever. We don't know, right?
yeah.
All we know is that they danced, they made the video, they got fired. So
And that's why they got jumped over by Del Taco and them though. So good though. Del
yeah,
Taco ranked number one, top customer experience 2025, right?
mm,
Top by sales, McDonald's, though you still getting smoked by Mickey D's,
yeah,
right? Best burgers, the habit, right?
mm,
And then best hot chicken, Dave's hot chicken, fastest growth rates in Canes and Wingstop. We don't even hear Chick-fil-A anymore.
yeah.
Yeah,
They peaked. They already peaked. But
that's fair.
yeah,
Chick-fil-A model reminds me of Crumble.
how?
Because they all kind of remind me of of a similar thing, right? Think about, I mean, not only Chick-fil-A, Canes, Crumble. Yeah, I mean, In and Out did it, but In and Out did it on the West Coast. They grew it. They knew what they was doing. Canes coming, one item. Just seen the CEO say he ain't even really subscribed to one item, but he said it worked. And then you see it growing, but then eventually all you see is canes, there's lanes, there's hella chicken strip spots.
Yeah,
So you guys they're gonna eat each other up though. It don't
yeah,
even matter time. Just like Crumble had a huge wave, a huge push. We
yeah,
haven't even heard or seen Crumble. I
yeah.
can't remember the last time I seen somebody post a flavor or one of the nasty ass undone uncooked cookies.
Yeah, and then now there are more that are exactly the same. I see
Yeah,
Chip City, I've been seeing pop up.
yeah.
I see there's a Dirty Dough, but I for sure seen the Chip City is like exactly the same with the big
So
giant
it's
cookies.
easy to replicate.
They even got them at the Walmart.
It
They,
ain't nowhere to get a big cookie. All you
yeah,
gotta do is cook it all the way through so it don't hurt your stomach and you'll be straight.
yeah, yeah, for real, for real. But but yeah, so yeah, yeah. I mean, I get you. I get you. Yeah. I mean, it's like it's the model, it's the growth, it's all that. But yeah, no. I mean, let us know. Let us know what y'all think. Right? Were they right? Was firing the entire staff? I mean, maybe a write up, warning. But who knows? They might have been like four warnings in on that. Like that might have not. Yeah, yeah,
Not too much more. Just let
yeah,
us know what you thought.
yeah,
And that's it though. We moving right along though. You know what I mean? Hey,
yeah.
out in Maryland, man, they out there making crab cakes. Or I mean, not even crab cakes. They catfish
Catfish. Yeah,
cakes though. They calling them catty patties though. Word to all my SpongeBob followers, right? So
yeah,
I guess there's a huge influx of an invasive species of catfish along the water or the wherever. And man, the kids eating good, right? The
yeah,
kids, I mean, I don't eat a whole lot of catfish, as they swears up and down. It's a bottom dweller.
yeah, yeah.
Additionally, it is what it is. I used to love a little catfish nugget, though, a little catfish sandwich. But the more you learn, it is what it is, though. But at the end of the day, that's cool that they found a solution to a problem
Yeah.
without having to try to eradicate the population,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, because
Yeah, introduces a new
yeah.
yeah.
And then the kids, the kids, they can either pick them or they want, right?
Yeah.
They should be fresh.
Yeah, yeah,
On the
very,
East Coast, I
very.
think that I would consider that a delicacy, a fresh caddy patty, though. I mean,
Yeah,
on the West Coast, we wasn't eating that.
yeah, I
Wasn't
know.
eating that though.
Yeah,
I mean, I was eating lunch. I mean, bought lunch, packed lunch.
yeah, yeah.
The little shit that they were sending out through the cafeteria, that shit was awful. That shit was awful though. Them little fish sticks and shit. Them motherfuckers
Yeah.
cold. Was it fish?
Those weren't caddies.
But were they fish sticks or were they mozzarella sticks though?
I don't know. Hey, I don't know.
I never have.
My school had a little different setup though,
Salute.
but yeah, yeah, no, but I think that's great. And I saw they had interviewed some of the kids, asked them how they like them. They said they loved them. They're great.
That's all right.
So that's cool. Um, on the topic seafood, right?
Uh-huh.
There's actually a seafood city supermarket in Chicago that turns by night on weekends turns into a full blown Filipino nightclub though. They call it Late Night Madness, and they have like the full like the lechon and like the lumpia and all that. They have little shots and stuff. They have a DJ with the dance floor and everything. It looked turned up. It looked turned up though. They were on the news and whatnot. They had the video showing, like all the people having a good time, eating good food. And they loved it. Everybody was, I think that's cool. I think that's cool. That's fun. That's a fun idea though, to make use of the space, when it typically isn't being used.
Absolutely. I guess it had originated up in the Bay Area
Okay.
in California. I guess they do it multiple places, is what it looks like.
Okay.
It's a Filipino tradition
Yeah. Okay.
for the culture and the community. So it was popularized in NoCal, NoCo,
Or
NorCal,
yeah.
and NoCo, right? But if you know, you know. But at the end of the day, that's cool. Everybody's just looking for a little way to commune with some good eats and some good
Yeah.
vibes. Right? So what better way to bring it together though? So I think it's cool. Friday night, Saturday night, you don't have nothing to do. You get caught there late on, you getting dinner. It turns into a club. Not that's not you catch you a little
Yeah.
vibe or
Uh,
something. No big deal. I think that's all right, man. Salute to y'all who's doing that though. If there's one in my city, I might check it.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
else we got?
Um, There's one, a little bit kind of still ongoing, but I guess there people were pretending to be hotel guests, to hustle and finesse a free breakfast, and then they were posting it, and it was trending. It was like a little trend where like you hit the hotel, you have like little PJs or whatever, you that you're staying there, you go get the breakfast, and then you just sit down and eat it, post it like, oh yeah, I got over whatever. Um I'm gonna have to just say that's trash, but hey, to each his own. I don't think it's an honorable thing to do, right? It's see it was stealing, but at the end of the day, it's stealing. It's not right. You stealing directly from them, right? Like, granted, a lot of these companies do have a lot of waste, right? With the whole like, just set it up. We don't know how many people are gonna use it, whatever, whatever. But that doesn't make it okay to come in and steal it, though. I just think I don't know. I just think it's whack. Like all these trends of like doing all this stuff that's like illegal or getting over on companies and then like posting it like, oh haha, like I just think that's like a trash culture though. Personally, yeah, like that's bad. That's bad. Don't do that. Don't do that though.
Who
Uh,
you talking to?
Whoever out here doing it though.
Uh
Whoever out here doing it though, like whoever's out here with that, or like the people who show up like, I mean, I get it, there's people who are in need, but there's also a lot of these companies who will donate their stuff at the end of the day, like, whatever they have that didn't sell, whatever. There's programs where they got with the too good to go bags, where it's like stores who have stuff left over, whatever, you could buy like $20, $50 worth of food for like $3, mystery bag, whatever. Like, there's better ways if you really really need it. There's resources out there though, but it seems like a lot of these people don't though. There's a lot of people that's just like that, like it's just like that, like just yeah. Like I just this is just yeah.
I mean, ultimately, I can see both sides, right? So it's one of the oldest tricks in the book, right? Between that and using the hotel's pool when you're not staying there. I could just think of one particular instant where like this hotel should have got right. Like I checked in. I just remember it was like one of these Marriotts, and I checked in and like, yeah, yeah, man, breakfast. I was like, I got breakfast. Like, yeah, 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 breakfast, right? Boom, I see him and it's oh yeah, 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 breakfast in the morning. Breakfast is right over there, right? So they kept saying breakfast, breakfast, right? So I get my ass up right away, break out a hard workout, and I I purposely set time aside so I could hit the breakfast, right? Because they hyped it and pumped it.
Yeah.
So I get to the breakfast and I get my little plate or whatever, and then I'm about to put the little stuff on the plate. They don't have a lot of options, right? It was just like some little biscuits and some little waffles, some little sauces, that kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
So I get ready to start putting the stuff on the plate, and then somebody goes, "Excuse me, sir, sir, excuse me." And I turn around. I'm the only sir in the vicinity, right? So I turn around, and it's like, this is the breakfast buffet. It's actually $35.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I was like, huh? I thought they said I thought it said I didn't know. I thought there was a what's
The
it?
continental,
Continental? No, no,
complimentary.
complimentary.
Yeah.
Right? No, it wasn't a continental. It wasn't, it had more stuff to it, more components.
Okay. Okay.
But I was just so taken aback though that I put the plate down and immediately left up out of there. Though, guess where I hit? Chick-fil-A. Went and got me a couple chicken biscuits though.
That's
Got me a
fine.
couple chicken biscuits, living homie, and kept it moving though. And that was an ATL. It was an ATL.
Wow.
That was an ATL though. Shout out to ATL though.
Man.
But yeah, no, I think we covered just about everything for today.
Yeah,
That
no,
was
pretty
good.
much. But yeah, no, it's been a while. There were a couple of recalls that I did want to pop off though.
But
Um,
that honey pack one,
Yeah, so the honey pack and the little sex chocolates, right? Like I'm gonna just get straight to it. They all got recalled because they have the sildenafil and the tadalafil contamination, which are just generic Viagra basically. And they're not supposed to have that. It's too strong. It's not supposed to be in there, whatever. So they recalled all that: the Boner Bear, the DTF chocolate, the Red Bull, the Blue Bull, the Primal Herbs, the Rhino Chocolate VIP, and the Gold Lion. Though all the honey packs and the chocolates, though recalled.
oh yeah. I mean, that's not all of them, but yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not all of them, but every time you guys can verify all of these recalls on the FDA website, right? But every time I pop on the website, it's a new brand or company that's been added to the list as far as what those recalls have extended to.
Everything.
So, if you're out here, you're partaking, you're having a good time, just be careful because there can be adverse side effects to that.
Just be careful though, hitting the gas station for them. That's the main thing, right? Those are the joints at the gas station, the Rhino, right?
Yeah.
Some of that other stuff. If you gonna do that, man, hit an appropriate shop or consult with your physician.
Yeah. Especially if you have any type of medical conditions that you should be wary of.
Right,
But
right.
I mean, there are a couple more, but I mean, we just that could be the main one though.
Yeah, we'll
Like,
catch up with them next time. Some
yeah,
little black beans, right?
yeah,
So what's that? Some ranch, right? Some raw milk. It's the same kind of
yeah,
similar
yeah.
stuff. Wawa has some iced tea.
That one I just thought it was crazy because how in the hell is Wawa's iced tea lemonade and fruit punch has milk? There was a batch that came out had milk in it.
Contaminated. But I don't think
Yeah.
they do. Do they manufacture their own beverages? I think they just a chain, right?
I don't know. Let's see.
Wawa is just a chain, though. So I wasn't sure. I know they're primarily on like the East Coast, though. We don't really
Okay,
haven't seen Wawa's anywhere, or I haven't.
let's see. Oh, they do manufacture a significant portion of their own dairy products and branded beverages. So yeah, just cross contamination, operating their own dairy facilities in Pennsylvania. They produce their own brand of milk, cream, tea, lemonade, and fruit drinks, while also sourcing other items like chicken from brands like Tyson and Purdue.
Also, they must be making the little shits in there.
Yeah, so if they're bottling or whatever,
The little nugget, like how 7-Eleven does.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I never even heard of the Wawas, but it just caught my attention that it was just crazy, like how.
Should have looked it up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, well, I did. I saw the logo, whatever, and it appeared to have just been a brand, but yeah, no, I just thought it was crazy that that would be a contaminated. Like it just those two don't mix, like lemonade and milk,
Yeah.
like iced tea and milk, fruit punch and milk, like. But yeah, so yeah, if you got any of those products, both the regular and the diets have been contaminated with milk. It's undeclared. If you're lactose intolerant, could be an issue. So
That's right.
yeah, there's that. There's that. Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I
We're
mean,
gonna, we're gonna leave it with that.
that pretty much sums it up, right? I know it's been a good, hearty
Every
piece of information for you
yeah,
guys, right? We just want to try to, we I mean, we didn't necessarily want to try to catch up or make up for 3 months worth of pods in one, but at the same time, it just makes it's more valuable if we're able to deliver a lot more information and not just sit and just talk back and forth senselessly. So
Right.
at the end of the day, this is a community. You guys are part of the Fanny community, though. We
Right.
want to deliver to you guys, and we want to show to you guys as the subject matter experts on the food and service, the food and beverages services,
Facts.
right? So
Facts.
in the industry. So at the end of the day, if you guys got any questions, any comments, anything y'all want to know, feel free to drop us a DM, a message,
Yeah.
chat, or whatever.
Yeah.
More than happy to address that for you. Other than that, man, it's been a pleasure, right? I look
Right.
forward to the next one. But until then, right, go get the cookbook, right? We got
Yeah.
the cookbooks, we got both. We got the soul food joint, and then we got the meal prep joint. We got a couple joints on the way. Then we got a
Yeah.
few seasoning flavors.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we just really getting started. So again, Fanny Boo Eats and Sweets on all platties though.
Yeah.
You know the O's are zeros. You can find us anywhere. You can run the website www.fannyboo.com though and see what you need to do. If you need to inquire, go ahead and fill out a
Absolutely.
form. We can get you we'll get you consulted. So
Yeah.
thank you guys again, right? Again, have a great weekend though. Look forward to delivering and coming back on the next one.
Yeah.
I'm the boy Chef C. To my left, this is
Chef Fanny.
and we are out.
Peace.
Peace,
Love.
love,
Positivity.
positivity.
Shout out to all of y'all who tapped into the live though. I'll go ahead and sign us out though.